Mad Men Season 5, Episode 8, titled Lady Lazarus. This is basically the coming back to life episode. This is where Megan quits her job in the advertising world and tries to become an actress, something she's always wanted to do herself, and kind of like pushing herself away from Don. But even though they're still married and still in love with each other, she needs to find her own independence. And of course Don has a hard time dealing with that, because his version of love is kind of like them becoming everything together and them loving the same things together, where Don is maturing as a human being out of Megan's osmosis, because he's got to deal with this. And basically that's what this whole season's about. Basically it's like 1966, and either you're basically, if you're just like 2013, I'm doing this review, it's either it's an interesting time in our society where either you choose to move on with the times and like start getting your cell phone and start getting on the internet and start doing all these kind of things that everybody else is doing for you to be successful or business or whatever in life, and to kind of connect with other people, because that's what's happening in the world today. Or you basically choose to stay behind, and they're using kind of the Beatles as a metaphor, because Don doesn't get the Beatles. Like, he doesn't understand why they are good and why they are successful, because he's kind of resisting to being behind the times, and he's very much a 50s guy who's living in the 60s, which is a very common thing. There's a lot of people in the 1980s who are still living in today's society. So it's just what's happening in today's world. And basically there's also the Campbell episode where he kind of like fools around with his train commander, whatever, his wife, and she's in emotional darkness. Like, she is depressed, sad. She's a deeper version than Betty Draper, because she can't get out of her own emotional darkness, and she wants to move forward and be somebody, but she's stuck in the cocoon of her relationship and maybe living in the suburbs as well. That's my review.